met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
Here we go.
They'll run on 1st down. Ingram. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
57, Mike 57. Let's go, baby. Get that ball. Get that ball.
Jackson on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Ingram. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson rolling to his right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And
that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenny Stills, his 4th touchdown on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just 1 play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. That one goes for 36 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 31, Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now Wilson on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And Stills bringing it in.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Got him in. It's Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson, this will be caught by Brown. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Ready? Check. Mike 57. Mike 57. I got it. Let's go. Show right.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Dancing to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, alert. Bring it. 14. Good.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Come on, fellas.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A throw over the middle, taken in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
On first down, it's Ingram. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Brings up second down at the 36-yard line.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. And now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Hey, 40's Mike right there.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Out to his left. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. From the gun, it's Wilson. Steps away. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tim Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
That's good for the Seahawks.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Tim Williams, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack on first down, Wilson. And he finds Penny. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Wilson now Hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats. Throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a cat.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Jackson now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. This is Ingram. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. It's caught by Roberts. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
A gain of 14. And a Raven 1st down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Wilson being chased out left. That's caught by Penny. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup. Game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. It's complete. Stills. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Penny, a 1st down carry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Wilson forced out to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right, and he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now it's Wilson, buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Unsuccessful pass on 3rd down, but at least you got 3 points here in your hip pocket.
Yeah, and I would take it from my hip pocket and put it right on the shoe of my kicker and go get those 3 points. This isn't even a discussion to me. This is a chance to take the lead after a good drive. Do it.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Steps away to his left. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Well, everyone in this stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. They talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the design runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels he has green in front of him. He led all quarterbacks last year, 695 yards rushing. And keep in mind, 80% of those came in the 7-game stretch when he was named starter late in the season. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Ingram. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 23-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. 3 for 3 so far, and a 4th would win it. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice
absolutely.
in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see the defensive strategy.